Hey, what's up guys? My name is Hunter, and for this video I want to talk about something that's kind of more on the serious side, I guess. Basically, what I want to discuss in this video is I just kind of want to know why there's so much drama in the model horse community. I myself have never actually experienced it firsthand or like been involved with it or been stuck in the middle with it or anything like that, but I always hear about it and I hear what other people say that other collectors tell them and all this crap, and it's just like, why is there so much drama for a hobby that involves collecting model horses? I don't really understand. There's quite a few things I've heard that people have said or done to other collectors or just in general in the model horse community, so I'm gonna list off a few of them, and I kind of want to understand why people are being like this, because I don't know, because it's like I don't see really any problem with anything, so I don't see why there has to be so much drama or why people have to create such a big deal over something. So one of the things that I've heard is that you're not a true Briar collector if you don't have any special runs or limited edition models. A YouTuber I watched discussed this in one of his videos, so I'm not going to go into grave detail about it, but I think that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, if you have Briars, you're a Briar collector. Enough said. Another thing I've heard, and I don't know why it's such a big deal, and it has to do with newbie collectors and going to Briar Fest. I see a lot of senior or older collectors, not even older collectors as an age, people who've been collecting for longer, have such a big issue with people who just started collecting going to Briar Fest. It's like, why is it such a big deal? I don't get it, and I don't see why it has to really be such a problem, but that's just me. I did cover some of these topics in my pet peeves video and in a lot more detail, so if you want to go and check out that video after this one, feel free, because like I said, I explain it a lot better. Another one just is newbies in general. I notice a lot of collectors who've been collecting for longer or a couple years more, and they're kind of just always bashing on the newbies. Everyone was a newbie to collecting model horses at one point. Why does it really matter? We all made the same mistakes that they're making right now. I still make those mistakes more than likely. I mean, I know I do. I don't get why people have to be so blunt towards newbies. It's like, you gotta help let the community expand and grow, and you can't do that if you don't help and teach and support each other in this community so that it can grow and transfer on to the next generations of people. And the community can't do that if there's so much drama going on, because then no one's gonna really want to do it anymore if all they hear about is all this drama. If you think about it, I don't know why. I don't get it. Why does there have to be drama in this hobby? A couple other things I've seen people complaining about other collectors doing is customizing their models. I know some people have pet peeves saying oh, if someone has a really sloppy and shitty done custom and they're trying to sell it, or if someone has a special model and they're customizing it and stuff like that, I can understand it might bother you, but it's it's their models, they spent the money to get that horse, they're the ones doing it, so if that's what they want to do, leave them be, because that's their choice. If they're physically going up to you and being oh, I'm gonna customize and ruin this great model and make you cringe over it and crap like that, then sure, but I don't think anyone's done that, so just leave it be. Another one that I know I'm guilty of, doing this mistake myself, but is when collectors make a fuss over other collectors getting a mold or a model name wrong. There's so many different molds out there, I'm not going to be able to remember every one. It's, if someone were to call the Othello mold, the SBH Phoenix mold, or that, for example, or if someone were to call the Show Jumping Warm Blood mold the flexible mold, it's there's so many molds to try and remember. It's okay if someone makes a mistake, and if they make a mistake, just correct them politely and move on. Don't be oh, you got that mold wrong, you're so freaking stupid. Just correct them and be on your merry way, and that's all they're probably looking for, is if they got it wrong, let them know, so then they do know, and you don't gotta make a fuss over it. We've all made that mistake. I know I have. More than once. And I still do. It's all about learning and being nice to each other. Another one is when collectors don't have or like vintage models, others seem to take a big offense to it. I've seen a lot of collectors will be oh, I don't get why people hate vintage models, or I don't get why people don't like vintage models, they're so great and blah blah blah. It's just if they don't like them, that's their own choice and preference. You can't force someone to like something they don't like. So I don't have any vintage models, and I probably won't really ever get any vintage models, but it doesn't mean I hate them, and even if I did hate them, that's my choice. I don't have to go by your standards, And this video isn't to be rude towards anyone either, it's just I don't get why there's so much drama over the smallest little things. It's it blows my mind. I'm like, what? Another one I've heard of was people trash talking others at a live show because they won. I saw a YouTuber talking about one of their experiences at a live show, and they won their division, and a couple collectors were being really snarky about it and commenting and glaring and talking about the person behind their back, but so they could still hear them being like, oh, I can't believe they won, why did they win, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, why does it matter if they won? I get it, you might be butthurt that you lost, but it's not like it's the only live show you're ever gonna be able to enter. There's so many more shows you're gonna be able to have another chance at winning. I get it might suck, but it's like, congratulate the person and move on. I don't get it. I don't know. The last one I really want to talk about is just like people acting like they know everything. I mean, it's like you can never know everything about this hobby. There's always something new that you can learn, or there's always something that you wouldn't have known. So it's like people like senior collectors, for example, who come off all like, oh, I know everything, so I'm gonna correct you on everything you're doing wrong. Or the newbies who do the same thing, because I know senior collectors have a problem when newbies are all like, oh, well, no, it's this, not that. And they're like, no, I know it's this, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I just find that this community is so based on, like, everyone has to go by these certain standards, and it's like, it's not. Like, as long as you guys love what you do, and you enjoy what you're doing, I think that's all that matters. I don't really think it should be such a big deal if someone doesn't like vintage models, or if someone gets the Othello mold wrong, or, you know, if a newbie who's been collecting for 6 months gets to go to Briarfest already. It's like, it doesn't really matter. It's a community. We should be, like, helping each other and supporting each other because we're all doing something that we love to do. We don't need to have drama about it. Like I said, I haven't experienced it firsthand, so thank God, but I don't get and understand or see why there is so much drama in a community based off plastic horses. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to kind of, like, highlight a lot of the things that I've been noticing myself. Like, it doesn't even have to be directed at me, and I still notice it. So I think that's kind of getting to the point where it needs to kind of settle down a bit. Yeah, like I said, I didn't make this video to be rude or to target anyone or anything like that. But enough of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I offended anyone or made anyone mad. I wasn't trying to, so I apologize. That being said, I'm gonna stop this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more model horse videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have more that aren't based on drama, so that's a plus at least, I hope. And yeah, until the next video, just be nice to each other, guys, embrace the community, and make new pony friends. And yes, I'll see you all in the next video. I can't do that if everyone's... Bailey, come here. I can't do that if there's just so much drama about it. Bailey!